Properties of common planes. Take 2. Properties of common plane shapes and solids. Now, what are plane shapes and what are solids? A plane shape is something like a circle, just a shape drawn on paper. But a solid could be a tennis ball, something like this. It has other sides like a tennis ball. So this is a plane, this is a solid, and this is a plane shape. Now let's look at some of the plane shapes and some solids. The first one we'll look at is called the square. The square, all the sides are equal. So this is a square. All the sides also form right angles to each other. The distance round, also known as the perimeter, is calculated by multiplying one of the sides by 4. And the area covered, which is this space inside, is calculated by squaring one of the sides, d square. Now, another shape we look at is a rectangle. The two opposite sides are equal. This side is equal to this side. Also, you have right angles at each of the edges. Okay. Then another shape, we'll also look at a trapezium. A trapezium is something like this. It has a height. This is the height. This is one of the lengths. This is one of the lengths. And the area of a trapezium, this is a trapezium. The area of a trapezium is calculated by saying half of the a plus b, when you add the two of these, a plus b, then times the height. So the sum of the two lengths divided by 2 multiplied by the height gives us the area of the trapezium. So the trapezium, you have 2 triangles and one of these rectangles in between. Okay, now let's look at the circle. It's another plane shape. This is a circle. This is the midpoint of the circle. The distance from the midpoint to one of the sides is called the radius. The distance from one side to one side passing through the midpoint is called the diameter. The diameter divides it into 2 equal parts. Okay. Now, any other line passing through the circle is called a chord. Okay. Then each of these smaller parts, they are called segments. Now let's look at another shape, a solid shape this time around. This is a sphere, just like the earth, which is said to be spherical, or your tennis ball. So this is spherical. Then you now have a cone. A cone has a circle at the bottom, then a slanted height. Now this is another height that forms a right angle with the base. Okay, so this is a cone. We also have a cube, which is an extension of a square. All the sides are also equal. So this is a cube, like a sugar cube. All the sides are equal. Then you have another one called a cuboid, which is an extension of a rectangle, like a matchbox. A matchbox, something like this. So a matchbox, it has 6 faces. This is one face where you strike the matches. This is the second one. This is the top. And this is the bottom, number 4. Then this side, number 5, number 6. Then these are called the edges. It has 12 edges. Then where they meet, where 2 edges meet, is called a vertex. Then the plural, vertices. Okay. And it has 8 vertices. Then the last object we now look at is a triangle. So a triangle has 3 sides, 3 angles at each of them. So in later chapters, we'll go into details of each of these shapes. Now click on Start Quiz to answer all the questions following.